It is a wild, festive, party-like atmosphere here on the Danforth, Greektown Wrestling. Final event of 2024, Joe Dombrowski. So proud to be back with you one more time this calendar year. Doug Nargang, GM of Greektown, in the flesh. What a night we got.
I can't believe the amount of people we've packed into the Eastminster United Church here in the basement. And check out this debut tonight.
From Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, weighing 233 pounds, he is the show-stealing submission specialist from the NWA. This is Spencer Slade.
This guy is all business. Spencer Slade, the mission specialist show.
Athletically speaking, this man checks all the boxes. A multi-sport star in high school, 3 different sports to be exact. An All-American wrestler and football player in college, a state champion in college. Spencer Slade has had athletic gifts bestowed on him since birth. He is genetically superior. Some things just come easy to some people. That's success to Spencer Slade, and a lot of people say his presence in Greektown, well, it's long overdue.
He's an unbelievable, he's also the most intense man I've ever seen. He's so intense. But he's got a big test tonight against one of Greektown's favorites.
From Toronto, weighing in at 195 pounds, Brent Banks.
One of my favorites for a long, long time.
Absolutely.
Brent Money Banks is that dynamic, energetic specimen that whenever he walks to the ring, you know you're in for something breathtaking. You know you're in for something show-stealing because Brent Banks has no limits to what he's capable of.
Brent Banks is an unbelievable talent in the ring. And tonight up against Spencer Slade, you talk about a clash of styles. Brent Banks can fly around, jump around. You don't know where he's coming from. Spencer Slade, grounded, submission, technician. This is going to be an interesting and, frankly, a killer match to kick off this show.
Well, we say it so much throughout the sport, but styles make fights, right? That's what makes this so special, so unique. And what's also going to make this so special and unique is this standing room only spillover crowd that is absolutely packing this place. This may be the most full I've ever seen.
This is probably the most full I've seen the Eastminster Church in a long time, but this, look at this. Spencer is just, he looks like he doesn't give a crap about Brent Banks, and he really should, but now he's too busy talking to the crowd.
Spencer's that type of guy that will look down his nose at you, right?
Yes.
Spencer Slade's favorite person in this world is Spencer Slade. And then there's a long, long gap before we get to number 2, which is probably also Spencer Slade. Let's be honest about that.
True enough.
I mean, this is the kind of guy that's, never met a full-length mirror he didn't like. He's always singing his own praises. But an interesting story to Spencer Slade as well as they go collar and elbow tie-up, and I'll get a quick amateur-style takedown. Spencer Slade is actually legally deaf. And
yes, and the headgear, it's not just for show to show that he's a wrestler and means business. It is a protective headgear because he's legally deaf.
Yeah, and it also lends to kind of that attitude, that egotism, because he loves to tell people, you know what, fear the gear. And Spencer will be the first one to say, you know what, I've accomplished all this, accolades, championships, professional, amateur. I've done everything I've set out to do with a disability.
Yes.
So what the hell's your excuse?
Brent Banks giving it right back to Spencer with a series of slaps.
Yeah. Well, Brent Banks is showing that he's held it down here on Ontario for well over a decade, and he's not going to be shown up by somebody making his Greektown debut as Spencer goes to the ankle in the early going, but Banks frantically frees himself.
Spencer's smart to try and take the legs out from Brent Banks, who's a high flyer, lots of flips and jumps, and Brent taking care of his, look at that.
And if you've got a compromised ankle,
yes,
you're not going to have that base, that foundation to spring, to jump, to fly. Spencer knows that. He's making Banks think about that ankle from moment one, which plays into the psychological strategy.
You saw Brent adjust his boot there. That ankle all right into the corner with a series of shoulder holds.
And you spoke about that intensity a moment ago.
There it is.
Spencer Slade has no wasted motion. He doesn't know how to do anything half-assed. He is intense as they come, but Brent Banks is deceptively so. Brent Banks may be laid back and soft-spoken when you see him outside the ring. When that competitive fire gets lit, Brent Banks can rise to the occasion.
Brent Banks, again, a favorite of yours for a long time. One of the best unsigned talents we have here in Canada.
And Spencer Slade finding out why. Brent, maybe an unofficial gatekeeper or so here at Greektown. You want to prove yourself, you got to be one of the best. As Banks quickens the pace, duck of the clothesline, and springs off the crossbody. Could this be all? Referee Nick Brown finds 2, but Brent Banks not going to rest on his laurels.
Brent signaling he's going up top. The crowd wants to see it. Slade kind of taking off his game here a little early in this match.
Yeah, well, as long as this thing is in the air, as long as it's a wide open tempo and style, it goes to the Brent Banks playbook.
Ooh, hung out to dry.
That throat first goes Banks, and that follow through clothesline.
Nothing fancy about that, just a straight shot clothesline from Slade. Jeez.
Well, I noticed Slade leaning forward, put all of his weight behind that. And there you see, fear the gear. Slade looks at his impairment as a symbol of strength, and the fact that in Slade's eyes, if he's behind the 8 ball and can achieve so much, he looks at all of us as lazy, as underachievers.
Oh, he for sure thinks he's better than all of us.
Without question. And Brent Banks right now in a bad way. Spencer Slade's been really killing it lately in the NWA promotion. Understand he is one of the top prospects that has caught the eye of Billy Corgan, and could be some big things for Spencer Slade, really anywhere he travels, but certainly with that NWA brand attached to him, that gives him even more leverage like he needed on that double underhook suplex into a near fall.
NWA, a great place for years, an incubator for great talent, and I think Greektown is a great incubator for great talent up here in Canada, and to have somebody like Slade come up here from the NWA, getting that NWA connection with us, we can hope for more NWA collaborations, let's see, in the future.
Well, that's the great thing about Greektown Wrestling is you have talent from everywhere throughout the industry, whether it's Ontario, Canada, TNA, AEW, anywhere in between.
Last show we had Effie, GCW's Effie. Everybody from everywhere is welcome here at Greektown Wrestling.
I don't know if these fans are necessarily welcoming Spencer Slade.
No, I don't think so. They do. Oh my goodness.
Planting the foot. And as chiseled as those abs of Brent Banks are, it's not really enough to protect him from all of that downward force of Spencer Slade.
Spencer Slade seems to be toying with Brent Banks, having a great time, and still jaw-jacking with the crowd when he really should be paying attention to his opponent.
Well, Slade loves that power, that control, right, to assert his dominance. And in a competitive field like this, it really feeds Spencer's ego to know, listen, I can finish him off whenever I want. This amounts to somebody playing with their food.
This is not technical wrestling. This is just ground and pound here from Slade.
I think Spencer's a little frustrated that Brent Banks won't stay down. Brent Banks won't quit. I think Spencer wants to intimidate Brent Banks into a defeat or a submission, but that's not in Brent Banks' makeup.
Shout out to senior official Nick Brown for standing toe-to-toe with Slade there a minute ago. And look at this. Cloverleaf. High. Held high.
Look at the position of the knee, the right knee of Spencer Slade, down into the shoulder blade, which allows that arc, that torque on the back and the knees to be that much more disadvantageous. Banks is being stretched and bent in a very, very compromising way, but check out the counter attempt.
Boots to the head and neck there. Great escape by Brent. Uh-oh, right back to it.
And an enziguri counter.
Slade reeling on the ropes there. I really think Slade thought he had it in the bag.
Well, I mean, Spencer Slade will put the cart before the horse a time or two in his career, but you can't underestimate anybody here at Greektown, least of all Brent Banks, who battles back, and he's near the corner. It's where he's most dangerous.
Uh-oh, but it may be dangerous for him right now. Slade's got him.
Slade
does not work.
Couldn't fire off that belly to belly, but yeah, boxing the ears doesn't work when you've got the protective gear, and Slade's legally deaf, but the backup plan certainly got Slade off balance.
Brent Banks taking his time, may have cost him there on the top rope. Slade is right on top of him.
Well, Banks just needed an extra second to set himself and wanted him, but check out that balance. Banks lands a at his feet. Slade has no idea. Oh, he thought that reaction was for him, but Brent Banks says, bring me your best shot. Oh, Slade got caught.
Nope, Brent's not having any of that.
You can't match quickness with Brent Money Banks.
Reversal, look out. Oh! Straight shot in the mouth, look out. Whoa! Backflip. Oh!
Incredible combo. Are you serious?
Brent Banks is on fire.
A man that will straight up, outright defy gravity, and that fire in the eyes of Brent Banks tells me we may be a heartbeat or two away from a big victory. No, counter by Spencer. Oh, German suplex.
He won't let go. He's still got it hooked in.
Yeah, a series of them. And Spencer is such a well-conditioned athlete. He could pop off a succession of these. It's 3 in a row that time. That could be enough. Banks is loopy. No. Another kick out by Banks. And imagine what this could be doing to the psyche of Spencer Slade.
Not just the psyche, but just the lung capacity. Brent Banks just had all the air smashed out of him by 3 German suplexes.
Back to the ankle of Spencer Slade.
Taking the wheels away from Brent Banks. It's a smart move.
Oh, you can see that awkward torque and that bend on that
Earlier when he had it on, he twisted his whole boot. Oh, what? Banks!
Banks counters could have him, no!
He actually twisted the entire boot of Brent Banks on the very first ankle lock attempt.
That modified Michinoku driver could be enough. And another kick out by Spencer Slade.
What an opening contest here at Greektown Wrestling tonight.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. We're just getting started.
This is the first thing we're seeing tonight. There's so much more to come.
Tommy Dreamer is here. Rhino is here. A couple of big championships they'll be challenging for.
A lot of debuts tonight, including Spencer Slade. Unbelievable. The crowd's going crazy for this, too.
Brent Banks looking to play spoiler here. Going to elevate Spencer. No, back to the ankle. That precision of Spencer Slade still had the bullseye targeted. And now dragging Banks to the center of the ring.
That takedown took out the knee as
tap?
well as the leg. Oh, is Brent going to tap?
Brent is close to tapping. He can feel maybe the tendons and the ligaments snap.
Oh, Brent won't tap. The crowd getting real behind. Look out. Oh, what a high knee.
Yeah. And Banks responds in kind. Springs up. Maybe Banks may be looking for cashing out, but we'll never know now. Blue Thunder Bomb. Is this enough? Hook of the leg. No.
Unbelievable.
Banks, just the nature of that move, could not get a lot of body contact on the shoulders of Slade, and that may be the only thing that's kept the budding NWA star in this match. Look at this focus, though, in Brent Banks' determination. This is Brent Banks at his finest. This is a rejuvenated, revitalized, focused Brent Banks. Oh, wait a minute.
Quick pin.
Oh, not enough. Went for the tights as well, did Spencer. Looking for that air raid.
Oh. That's got to be it.
Yeah. I think he got all of it. Whoa!
Unbelievable.
Well, Spencer Slade, at least a handful of times, thought he had this thing in the bag, but seeing what you and I have known for quite some time, the resiliency of Brent Banks is practically second to none. Check this out one more time.
Just dropped him right on his neck.
Yeah. And Spencer Slade.
The headgear came undone.
Yeah. The frustration is overflowing. And the man that lives by fear the gear as his mantra. And this may be uncharacteristic of Slade, setting Banks on the top rope. You'd think Banks would be the one who's trying to take a fight up there.
Yeah, I don't know if Spencer is comfortable up there on the top rope like Brent is. Look out!
Oh, wait, was looking for that air raid crash from way up
Brent
high.
trying to powerbomb him.
Yeah, Brent with a great counter, but a shot between the eyes.
That'll stop anybody.
And it's Spencer gonna soar. Brent Banks. Cashing on Spencer Slade.
Brent can feel it. Going up for the money shot. Are we going to see it?
Only one thing that's left. Brent Banks executes it. Well, you can take this one all the way to the bank. The winner's share of that purse money goes to maybe the most dynamic man up and down the Greektown roster. Is there anything Brent Banks can't do?
Honestly, there's not. Brent